Like, I say my name is Ashley, and I'm willing to do something strange for a little piece of change.
Hey.
And $4 million is not a little piece of change. It's the biggest change you can get off a reality show. So people call me what they want to, but goddamn, call me top 5.
Hey, let's go.
Call me what you want to. Call me top 5. And call me.
Hey guys, it's Tronda Talks with all things Squid related. Grove Hill Inspire. I got Miss Ashley here.
Hello.
Can't wait. Miss Ashley, first thing I started with is the most depressing part of the whole show, your situation.
Oh, yeah?
What did you go out on?
What did I go out on? I went out on the Circle of Trust.
That's the most depressing part. That's only like 9 of y'all. Right?
Yeah, it was, I think, it was like top 9. It was top 9.
Top 9, y'all. I get to sit here with a top 9er. Oh, I'm top 9.
Top 5, baby.
Let's go. Top 5.
It's done top 5.
Top 5. Actually, tell me what happened.
You know, a big part of the Squid Game was playing the social, like, part of the game. And I did not play that, I spent most of the time, like, on my bed, kind of like, I would mingle with people, but I wasn't, like, a part of any alliances, or I wasn't, like, forming, like, super strong bonds with people. I had the one strong bond with Felicia, and then after that, I kind of, like, kept my distance from everyone. So then when it got to the top 9, and we're in the circle of trust, and, you see they tapped me on the shoulder, and I immediately yelled, "Oh, fuck." Everybody and it's because I know, like, it's only 5 of us left. Like, it's, no one left. You got Sam, who was my homie. You got Mai, who, everybody's expecting me to put the gift on her box. I mean, on her desk. Then there's Phil. He's cool, and he picked me in the, friend or foe game. He picked me to go along to the next challenge. And then you have Haley, who I've never, like, even had a conversation with up to this point. So, like, I really dropped the ball there when it came to that social game. So, I thought I could trick Phil up, and so I put the gift on his desk.
What made you think you put you?
Just because Rose had just, put a gift box on his desk. And, I was gonna, the whole, each round I played, like, the nonchalant vibe. I give him the nonchalant vibe, very chilling back. But, what y'all didn't see was, once I put the gift on his box, my heart is, like, beating, like, blah, 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 blah. And I'm freaking out, and I forget to put on my, like, poker face, like.
Oh, that's what it was?
Yes, like, I couldn't look him in the eye, like, because I felt so guilty. Yeah, I couldn't look Phil in the eye. I couldn't look at him. I felt so guilty. I was looking around the entire room, and y'all didn't see that. So he made, like, this huge speech, and he was so good. And he was like, I love this person. But also, this person is the only one in the room that has not been able to look me in my eye. Yes, and so that's what he did say. So I don't think they showed that. But yes, he said that to me. And my heart dropped, because of course, like, I knew my chances was over for the $4.56 million. And although I knew that, which y'all see, y'all see me do the stare down with him, I gave my all in the stare down. And it was so good, because he even, like, second guessed himself. Like, he was like, oh shit, like, was it you? Like, or whatever. But, they said the words, player 278 been eliminated.
Yeah, what was that like for you?
I don't know, like that. I don't know, it hurt. I wish I would have I'd rather been eliminated and red light, green light than in 5th place. Yeah, you so close to the money. So I think that hurt a little bit more. It hurt a little bit more. Like, yeah, but, you're sad. But of course I'm not, like, super sad. Cause, I've never had $4 million, or I didn't go in, like, with any expectations at all whatsoever to the competition.
Just felt like you got so far.
Yeah, probably so.
Expectations.
Yeah, and I don't know, but like, I think it would have hurt less, had I been out in, like, red light, green light.
How did you first off, like, what happened if your buddy got all the way up to the second and you didn't win? Now
Man, if I would have got up to second, they would have had to put me on suicide watch. You got me fucked up. I'm knocking everything over. This is no. You guys giving me half of the cut. No. I would have let her would have opened up that damn safe. I would have ran to that safe and grabbed the damn credit card out my damn self. Like no,
I believe
y'all got me messed up.
Y'all got me up for the second.
Nah, not second place. Oh no, not second place. Shout out to Phil.
Yeah, he did.
Shout out to Phil.
He did. He was so chill.
I didn't even know that there was a strategy in rock, paper, scissors. Like, I just know you're supposed to throw out rock every time, which I think that was what Phil was doing anyway. He was throwing out rock every time. But I heard that, I heard they went like 33 rounds, I want to say. I think, I remember mine saying that at the live event, they went like 33 rounds of rock, paper, scissors. So that's crazy. But second place,
just the thought of it. But aren't you glad you're still happy?
No one would have left the fucking building. No, not second place. Anything was hell no.
But you thought about that, boy.
I didn't think about it,
but you got this was a fifth. That's what I'm saying. So
fifth place is cool. But you know when you're in the moment, like I remember, like right after I got eliminated, I was taking to like my interview my 101 interview room, and they're like, "Oh, how do you feel?" Talking about it. All I could think about was fucking food. Like I was thinking about like, what's the first thing I'm gonna eat? You ordering a pizza or you want a burger? Now you want some wings? No, you're not getting no wings. You're not in Atlanta yet. Wait, that's some wings. Like, but I remember they was like trying to interview me, and then it was like, okay, we're gonna do this interview again tomorrow. Like,
you didn't do it?
I tried to, but they, I was not focused. Like I was thinking about food. I'm eliminated. I'm trying to eat.
That's that thing they talked about. They said they was starving. They was hungry. So
we weren't starving. You know what I'm saying? Like
you keep talking about y'all starving.
It's just like they just made a bunch of Americans eat healthy. Essentially, yeah. Like they just they just took salt and sugar out of our food and they gave us the correct portions, and that's what happened.
Y'all hear that? That's kind of how I felt though. My husband actually told me he was starving.
He came back with abs though, didn't he?
He did.
Okay, then.
Skinny though. He was skinny.
I was skinny.
He came back. I could see his little arm.
I was skinny.
Rib cage.
I know for a fact when these people see me in person now, they be like, "Who is this fat bitch?" But I've definitely gained like 30 pounds since the show. Like I got back home and I just
looks good on you though.
Like,
I saw you walk across.
I gotta drop this though. Look, I'm going on a cruise in February. I'm going on a cruise in February. I'm about to do the bikini fitness diet again.
That particular cruise you're going on?
Yeah.
They eat so healthy on there. You won't gain no weight. That's the first cruise we've ever been on with you.
They eat healthy. I'm not trying to eat healthy on my cruise. I'm just trying to, eat healthy before the cruise and then like.
Yeah, here on this particular cruise.
I know they got like a little vegan restaurant or vegetarian.
They got a bunch of good stuff.
Yeah.
You will not gain weight.
Yeah, and I know they got like those, rich people plates where it's like no food on the plate. And, it's supposed to be like delicious and you're supposed to say that it's good. So I want to definitely try that. I think it's called Taste Kitchen or something.
Yes, it is.
Yes. I can't wait to try that.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're going on a Virgin cruise.
Yeah.
And the Virgin cruise, typically, Virgin is they're very clean.
I'm excited. We got a little balcony thing with the little swing. We gonna use the swing. But I'm excited. Cause we went on. I took my. I won't say much about it, but I took my fiance on his very first cruise, and on his very first flight and stuff like that.
She just got engaged.
She
just got engaged like a few days ago.
And y'all won't ever see this man. That's crazy.
That's okay.
Because the internet weird, bro. The internet weird.
You know what he's getting into. That's why he decided not to. You know what I mean? Or keeping stuff up. Nice. Y'all, now I'm about to go take you back into the past. So when you were at red light, green light, what was that like for you? Like when you first went there, how long did it take you to get across?
I crossed in the very first group. So like the guy Teo, he crossed by himself first. Shout out to Teo, like that was dope. But yeah, he crossed first, and then I crossed in the very first group. I was like out front the whole time. I just didn't want to get stuck in the crowd. And then kind of my strategy for that was just like the first time we ran. Okay, first of all, we got in there and just like everybody you know, when they watch the show, they see it's 5 minutes on the clock. So we're like, okay, cool. 5 minutes, you know, okay, I can do this shit. 5 minutes.
It was, oh, they only put the 5 minutes up there on the clock.
Yes, like it was really 5 minutes on the clock. Like,
oh, I didn't know that part.
yes, it was 5 minutes on the clock. It really was like supposed to be a 5-minute game, or so we thought. And then, you know,
So many hours me up there.
I was out there for about 5.5 hours.
5.5.
Yeah, and yeah, like my very first pose. Y'all see that girl on the show when she quits, like she's in a squat and just sits down or whatever. That was my very first pose. I was in like squat mode, squat position. Like, and I think the first hold was like 15, 20 minutes or some shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay.
You actually, you stayed there for 20
Yeah, I stayed there for 20
You literally stayed there for 20.
Yeah, sure.
Well, they can be done.
Look, they said we was going after $4 million, okay? You know, that's what they said.
And so when you did it, that you literally did for 20 minutes.
Yeah,
And after that was your next pose.
I think just some regular shit, like hands by my side. But then but it was cold in there, right? So like eventually we wasn't like, eventually I stopped being able to feel my feet. And I remember like my third pose specifically, I like went down like, it was like, you know, knee up in the air and bottom leg under. Like, I don't know how to describe that. But I was there for about 30 minutes. And then when I got up, I couldn't get up. Like, my legs was dead. And I remember dragging myself to, like, the next, like, 2 feet forward or whatever. Like, I was in
And you
something.
still got into the first pack.
Man, yes. Like, I was in the first pack. I was out in the front. Like, I was not playing. I was not playing games. Because, you know, after that first hour or two, like, being out there, or you hear people, like, get eliminated left and right, and then it's cold as hell, or people falling out, you know what I'm saying? Then you're like, you know, I've been down here for this long, like, I'm about to finish this. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody wants to put, put in the work and, you know, without getting any results.
People, I interviews of people who didn't make it over there. Like, they out there for 9 hours.
Nah, ain't nobody was out there for 9 hours.
8 hours.
Nah,
7 hours.
maybe 7.
Okay, but still, they were still out there with somebody that didn't make it.
Yeah. But you know, the red light, green light, it just like, it separated the wheat from the, you know, the strong. And that's just what that is.
It's elimination.
Yeah. Like, it definitely like set the tone for like what the competition would be like. If you could not make it past red light, green light, and you could not make it through the other challenges, and you weren't gonna make it in the dorms, and you weren't gonna make it through like the mental shit and the physical shit. Like, if you could not make it past red light, green light, which encompass like all that mental, physical, all that, like that's what red light, green light did for you. Like, at one point I was out there and I remember like suddenly like I was like shedding the tear, and I didn't even remember the tear coming up, but I think I was in a mental space like, girl, you 10 feet away from the finish line, what you gonna do? But like, you know, I remember not feeling my feet, and it was like, well, this shit is $4 million, and you are at better odds, you know, for $4 million than you are like playing the lottery.
Right.
But
And you kind of
yeah, and you know, people be like, oh, what you will do for blah blah for $4 million. People do some crazy shit for you know, less. That's what Rob said. People do some crazy shit for less. Do y'all not remember fucking Ripley's Believe It or Not? People used to be eating fucking bugs and roaches and snakes and fucking bull's balls for fucking $10K. Like, yeah, get out of here.
Joe Rogan. What's that?
Fear Factor.
Fear Factor.
Oh, Fear Factor. There we go.
Yes.
Yeah, like, come on. Like, come on. People used to, like, ride in, like, you know, like, as dummies in cars and crash and get shit for, like, you know, 10, 20K, 50K. Like, fuck out of here. $4 million? You damn right. Like, I fucking lie to you a little bit.
Just temporary.
Like, you damn right I lie to you a little bit. Like, you know, I lie to my doctor a little bit when they ask me how tall I am. Like, I might be 5'5" today. Goddamn.
I'll be 5'6".
You know? Shit. Nigga talking about, like, fuck out of here. Like, what are you talking about?
No, I feel
Shit, I might tell a guy I'm gonna spit on his cookie, knowing damn well I'm not spitting on nobody's cookie. Like, I can't spit on your cookie. But shit, if you believe me, I'm gonna tell your ass I can spit on your cookie.
For that $4.
Exactly, for that $4 million, yes. I'll spit on your cookie.
Make it strange thing.
Hey, that's what I said in my audition tape.
That's what you said?
Yes, like, I will play that for y'all after this. Like, I said, my name is Ashley. and I'm willing to do something strange for a little piece of change.
Hey.
And $4 million is not a little piece of change. It's the biggest change you can get off a reality show. So people call me what they want to, but goddamn, call me top 5.
Hey, let's go. Top 5.
Call me what you want to. Call me top 5. And call me.
Well, you know, a lot of people don't realize how much of a character you were, how you played your game according to what you had going on, right? You know, and that's, you know, people don't really realize that. What was the next thing after that? Got so comfortable. Well, next thing we did, we went into the dorms. What was that like going to the dorms when you got there? Hey, it's just what like.
I remember initially getting into the dorms, like, I just was trying to stay to myself as much as possible, which is so funny because, like, the more you try to say to yourself, the more you don't, because I would sit on my bed all the time, but that would attract people to come sit. My bed was next to this, like, stairwell, and that would attract people to, like, come sit by it. So people will say, like, oh, how do you know Mariana? And there's these, like, twins. There's these, like, twins, or like Jacobin and all the stuff, or Jacobin. There was this guy that looked like Adam. Yeah, but I had a hangout spot or whatever. Yeah, like people would kind of approach me and like just chat with me and shit. But it played well for me because I had like a buddy in like different alliances. And so it played well with me with Felicia because me and Felicia were close as hell, but people didn't know that because I made it like, you know, a thing to not eat breakfast with her or eat lunch with her and shit like that. Like, you know, we would just kind of link up when it's time to like go to sleep or whenever our beds was next to each other. But I would try, you know, I'm making a point to not like walk around the dorm with her and shit like that. And then especially after, you know, that's my girl, but especially after she goddamn eliminated Rick and Stephen, like, you know, like people, of course, like people coming up to her like, oh, that was a great move. But like, you know, watching the show back, you see how motherfuckers really felt. Like, yeah, okay.
Not happy at all. So when you got into the dorms, your feelings, did you find that you was immersed into the game then? After that, you know, like
I felt immersed in the games after red light, green light. After passing red light, green light, I was like, Shawty, you just did this ridiculous shit for 5 hours. Like we about to compete for real. Like, let's go. I can't even imagine. Yeah, like, cause I mean, I went out there. I didn't have any expectations. I was just like, okay, cool, free trip to London. Like, maybe I'll be on TV. Okay, cool, let's do it. Like, something to break up life.
Yeah.
But then after red light, green light, and getting past that, it was like, all right, like, let's play this game for real. Like, and that's what you just say. We played it. Yeah.
They moved into cookies.
Y'all do what happened to cookies? I got circled. I was in the line for a triangle. Actually, I was in line number 2 initially. Then I saw my girls Taylor and Bree. There's these 2 girls I was close with before meeting Felicia. They were you say you know them? Yeah. So yeah, I linked up with Taylor and Bree, and they was in the circle line. They was in line number 1, and they was in there. They were super confident in their like choice. I'm like, all right, these are pretty confident. So I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna switch over to them, and I switched over to them like last minute here, and then it turned out to be the circle line, and then that's what y'all, and then you know, like we saw people like getting in the room to choose which was crazy to me. Like we already stood in the line, we chose our damn shapes. Yeah. These are our shapes, and then they sent them in the room to see like who would fold and shit. Yeah, and I remember like I think the first 2 groups got eliminated and shit. But I remember I was in there pissed off, like, watching these folks fold. Like, we got circle. We don't stand on that shit. We got circle. We got the best shape ever. Like,
and you got
the hell.
You got to a circle. You get in there. Were you nervous?
I was nervous as shit because, like, you got circle, but you can't never, like, you know, you can't never, you know, you gotta remain humble, and you can't be on no, like, oh, I got circle, this shit easy. Because guess what? 4 or 5 people got out doing a fucking circle. You know what I'm saying? Like, 4 or 5 people were eliminated trying to carve out a circle. But clock started. I was out of that bitch in under a minute. Actually, damn. They didn't give us water like 2-3 hours before the challenge or whatever. And you know what? We weren't asking questions like, they used to fuck with us, right? Like, we used to be in the dorms for like 2 or 3 days, you know, just chilling hard, just happy to motherfucking move to another room or another studio. So when I think back on it, we was eating lunch and nobody was asking, like, where's our water bottle? Like, I think we got a little water and then they took them up immediately. And then we were kind of like lingering for like 2-3 hours. And nobody was like, where the fuck is our water bottle?
And you fucking going about that too.
Yeah, we go to this motherfucking sandbox, dry ass room with dirt. Man, soon as the clock started, I bit my tongue. Yeah, to produce all this saliva. And I like spit into the crevices of my circle and took the needle, carved that bitch out. Yeah, and I was at the bottom there.
Less than a minute.
Yeah, Taylor was first. And then I was second. I would say Bree was third.
That's fast.
Yeah, we was up and out.
Yeah. And you basically got your cookie. Your cookie was perfect, apparently, because it was just your cookie.
It was my cookie. And I almost messed myself up, though, because I started panicking, seeing Taylor dip first or whatever. So I carved my cookie out, and it wasn't coming out. I was trying to, like, and I was like, it's not coming out. My dumb ass started shaking it, trying to get out of the canister. And I had to calm myself down. I took the needle and fucking scraped it off the bottom of the tin. But, like, I didn't even have to do all that. You just had to show that it was separated. So I really was feeling myself eliminated.
But you didn't.
Yeah.
Because then we moved on to warships. Or elimination round. That's when you saw Felicia.
I think that was it, right?
After cookies and elimination, and then we got warships.
Okay.
Whose team were you on?
I was on Brad's team.
Oh, you what?
Yep.
Some diddy, y'all.
I never...
I said that's Bree and what you call was on there too.
Prior to that, I hadn't really exchanged any words with Brad because I told you I was on my bed and shit. I wasn't really mean it. But like, that was my first introduction with Brad, and I fucked with Brad. He gave me that day because everybody was panicking in that white room to get in lines and shit.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, the truth is, the guys did not want bitches on their team because they thought, we was about to do tug of war.
Yeah.
And Brad had quite a few women on his team. And he was not tripping. Like, he just kept turning around. I didn't know Brad, right? Like, everybody already knew who Brad was. Like, they knew him from Ninja Warrior. I didn't know him. Like, I was like, who the fuck is this bald-head, black, positive man? But he just kept fucking turning around. And he was like, we got this, we're going to be great, blah, blah. And then somebody was like, Brad's from Ninja Warrior. And I was like, all right, cool, shit. Like, maybe you know what the fuck he doing. And he started, like, talking strategy. And I was like, all right, he might really know what the fuck he's talking about. But he wasn't tripping. You know what I'm saying? About, like, so many bitches being on his team.
Yeah.
Then they pulled the balls, like, T1, T3. And I look over and it's goddamn brightening the whole fucking NFL team. Like, I was like, what the fuck? Brad asked still like, yo, okay, we got it. And I'm like, this nigga crazy, bro. Did he think we got it? Like, he tripping.
Yeah.
Over and everywhere. But I was like, okay, we got it. Over and everywhere. But when we got in there and it was word shit or whatever, that shit is beautiful. Like,
So people said brains on.
and I sure to let everybody know out the back. I was like, I have no idea what this game is. I ain't never played in my life. This some white folk shit. Or whatever.
Did you say that?
Nah.
Okay. Because knowing you and your way you are, I wouldn't be surprised if you did. Be like, listen, because you very one thing about the person that you are since I've known you now is like you're very open and you say what you feel. Like I'm pretty much the same way, so I say after most of the time, and it's like you like said before, little country, that country,
Look clatchy.
yeah, clatchy,
Look clatchy, look classy.
Damn, because you catch me on some of these other podcasts and I be like talking so much shit. But you know, they're real good right now. Let you do the talking shit. It's cold. Is it cold? You cold?
I'm chilling. If you want to turn it off, you can. You cold. You probably done got a little cold now. Look.
A little chitty. So you got over there in that team. You what shit were you in?
I was in the front shit. I was standing right in front of Brad, but for some reason they like edited to hide me for their episode. Yeah. I don't know if like cause they didn't really introduce me and Felicia to like episode 4 or 5. Like they hid us for the first few episodes. You would think we weren't like even in the game, But yeah, it's so crazy because for warships, everybody was like, "Where were you?" And like, so when I describe it, I'm like, "I'm in a black boss guy team." I was standing right in front of Brad. Like, I was in the first ship in front of the stage, but I was standing next to the black tall guy favorite. But no, they like edited it so like you couldn't see me. Yeah. And I was kind of mad about that because I was so passionate during that game. I didn't know how to play the game at all, but I was so pissed at Brad because we was down to like our last 2 shots where they was finna see. Yeah. We're not ships, right? Yeah. And I was like, C4. Yeah. Brad's like, yeah, C4. Boom. And then he goes fucking C5. And it's a thing. I'm like, what the hell? Like, bruh. And he like, okay, we're gonna go C4 now. And then it was a hit and it sunk that fucking ship. And I'm like, what the hell going on
so
here?
That's why they hit you. They wanted to get him that little shot that he had. They don't want to let it be known. Well, actually said C4.
His lieutenant was like, let's go C5 or whatever it was. It was the opposite or whatever the hell I was because we was trying to figure out which
said it out loud.
Yes, like we they showed Brad do the thing. Like he was like, yeah, C4 or whatever, and he said boom, and they showed him do that shit. Yeah. He did that shit to me. Yes, dead ass, and then did not pick that. Like, I'm serious, I cannot make this shit up. I was like, what the hell going on here now?
Oh, baby. When you said that about that.
Mm-hmm. For 2 seconds, I ain't even gonna lie, for 2 seconds, I was like, Brad is a plant. I was like, Brad's a plant, and he's here to make us lose. Because why the fuck did this man just go... I was like, what the hell? Like,
that's what I'm saying. I love asking that honesty.
But watching that episode, I laugh at that because I'm like, they really like showed that shot knowing that his ass went a different direction immediately after that. But it was because the lieutenant guy, he was like, nah, he picked something else. Or it was B4 instead of C4 or some shit he picked instead. But it's like, what the hell? But I mean, nobody say, yes, you the first person to say that. So, you basically was the one who gave Brad, player 337, the C4 conversation first. And he decided to do something else. She said, yeah, Brad ain't shit.
Man, first off, hold on.
Let's just start there.
Wait, no, pause. Hey, I was talking to Chaz, and I was like, I hear them through the wall, right? No. And I was like, I hear C4. I'm pretty sure there's C4. So I told Chaz, I was like, look, I'm going to go C4. Because I didn't even know what was going on.
This because I'm a woman.
At the ships. I didn't know. But B4 was where Brighton was. So C4 was the first hit. B4 was the second hit. But that was after we missed 2 more shots.
Exactly.
So you're right, we missed 2 more shots. But because I gave Chaz the opportunity.
Yeah, that's what I told you. The lieutenant said he recommended something else, and Brad went with him.
Yeah, come on in here.
Brad knew the answer and still was trying to give his lieutenant.
All right, let's talk about this.
Yeah.
So this was the captain. So listen, man.
She said he ain't shit.
I heard them talk about the other side of the wall, and I was like, okay, I feel like they're over there by C4. And then my lieutenant was like, well, I'm not really quite sure, but I was like, man, it's got to be C4. So I don't know why I didn't hear if you said that. Maybe it just went through my mind, and maybe it did just come over some kind of way.
Excuse me, Mr. Sir. We had a whole moment. You looked at me, and you said C4, okay, yeah. And then we both did the C4 boom shit together.
Explosion.
Explosion. You didn't do that shit with Chad. First of all, I want y'all to look at that part back. He wasn't looking at Chad when he did that. He was looking out to the boats, and he was looking at the first boat in front of him. Because I was in front of him in that first boat. But of course, they didn't show me, and they didn't show like who he's doing it to. But
she's right. No, she's right. Yeah, because we did do the whole C4 explosion thing together.
I remember that.
I don't know why they cut that part out, because that shit was fire.
It was. But our celebration was fire too, though. Like
celebration.
They cut our celebration shit. We celebrated twice. We celebrated when we found out we sunk the ship, and then they announced who was in the fucking ship, and we celebrated for that.
And Bright was so mad. Bright was like, man, y'all want to see that fucking bullshit in my face, man? Fuck that shit, y'all.
Because Faber was like, bye,
I said, damn.
Faber was talking his shit.
Hey, he didn't like that at all. He was pissed.
Yeah, he was pissed.
But either way, hey, we did that shit. We still won. And we got back to the dorms, and that celebration was fire.
You did your big one on that. You did your big one on that.
Yeah,
that was good. And it was a good game. Like, it was a really good game. That shit was close as fuck.
Yeah, because, I mean, any game that comes down to the wire, to the last shot, people going to be like, holy shit.
We lost one boat. So that's
we lost Bree and Taylor.
I love them, but like,
I love them too.
also shit, when you lose both, that means you lose people and you close to them money, and that's just,
Yeah. That's what it was.
Well, I had to put you on.
Either way,
Like,
it's cool. I'll get my ass about it.
we
Hey,
love you, Brad.
worship team for life, though. Hey, worship ATL.
Okay.
ATL worship
Straight up.
team for life.
Yeah. I think you're like the only person that I've interviewed from Atlanta, right?
Well, you know, there's another person on the show that was saying they was from Atlanta, but we gonna leave them alone. They was mad at me. They ain't talking to me the whole time looking at dead ass. Like this girl, she would not talk to me because
She's from Atlanta.
No, she said she's from Atlanta, and I'm like, you're not from Atlanta. She's from Macon.
Oh.
And I was like, girl, rep your city. The
Yeah,
hell?
with that.
Nothing was wrong with it. But no, like, after that, she did not talk to me the entire time. And I feel bad because she really was cool.
He was nice.
Yeah, she was nice. She was nice.
Sometimes people can't get over their own personalities and energies, and when they can, that's then they separate themselves.
That probably was me, though, in the morning. She probably was like, this bitch. So
Yeah, but that's the thing. You can't. You got to get the. I would have been like, you didn't say anything bad about Macon.
I did not say anything bad about
If
it.
it's anything bad, you just rep your city, like you say.
I did.
Because I'm from a small town in Texas.
I definitely rubbed her the wrong way. I feel bad because we both Georgia girls.
Yeah, not peaches.
So we definitely should like have a connection, but I definitely rubbed her the wrong way. But shout out to Amber.
Yeah.
Shout out to Amber.
So I got warships now. Then we moved into marbles, right?
I don't know. I don't fucking know. We was just out there playing games and
With
trying
marbles.
to survive.
All right, you got the marbles. Now that is where y'all showed up. Yeah. Y'all story was really good. Yeah, Felicia.
I mean, it was good until it wasn't.
But it's good though. You gotta look at the good things, the good parts of it all. So when you was playing that with marbles, what game y'all play?
We just chose a random target, which was like a planter pot. And we were just trying to make the target as hard as possible so we can like guarantee that like it was fair.
Yeah.
So yeah, we picked like the most impossible fucking target. And it was crazy because we had a bag of 10 marbles each or whatever. And we went through our first bag of marbles. And every time Felicia was like, shooting shit, her shit was binging off the target. Bing, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Every time I'm hitting it, I hit the cameraman in the head. I threw that bitch outside in the little area that we was in. Yeah, like
You win.
I don't know, like that shot that y'all seen on the show, like that was my first and only shot that made any contact with the planter.
Wow.
The
That's
first and
what it was
only
meant to
time
be.
it made contact. And I remember like I immediately went into like celebration mode, right? Like, oh shit. But then I immediately felt like
Bad.
yeah, bad, because it was like, I mean,
That's
I
your
feel,
friend.
yeah. And I say, I always say this, like, I feel guilty because when we were lined up for those picnic blankets, Felicia was walking towards the back, like, she's trying to get away from me.
Yeah.
Because she, like, knew in her gut, like, what was up. But, like,
You didn't think about it.
no, because I had just done, like, the little chore, squeeze the oranges. I'm anticipating a fucking treat.
Yeah. You did get a treat, but there's a trick behind it, if they say.
Yeah.
Trick or treated, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I dead ass in that moment thought if I put all the shit back in the picnic basket,
It would go away.
yes, I was like, put this shit back.
You know what's crazy? That's the same thing. Said Jada said because she just came from doing the squeezing the oranges and everything.
Yeah.
She was just like not in the thought of it being yours, and that was genuine. You guys had genuine thoughts on like really. No, this is not going to be anything but fun because we just finished doing the chore. Y'all who were involved with the chore, man, and really thought about it, and that's what I don't.
Squid Game was always 10 steps ahead.
But that was good though. I mean, the thing is, I'm not saying it was good that you beat Felicia, but what I am saying is that you had a genuine situation where you didn't think anything about it.
Right,
Other people did, and they lost.
right.
That's why I got Brad.
Who did you play against?
He played against
Phil.
Phil.
Freaking Phil.
Oh, really?
Phil sniped my ass.
How fucking too.
It feels just like this.
Doesn't it feel nice to lose against top 2 though?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I'm like, I'm gonna lose against anybody if it's top 2. It's like,
Yeah, you lost
damn,
against
man,
one
I
of the
lost to
strongest
person
compared
who's
to.
about to freaking win the
That's
whole
how I feel
show.
about mine.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how I feel about mine. Everybody be like, how do you feel about mine? And I'm be like, I fucking love that my one. Like, she was
Yeah.
my like she's my toughest competitor. And that bitch knew I was like on some shit. That's why her ass was trying to get me up out of there.
We go back a little bit. So
I love I fucking love mine.
So we had to, after you did your marbles, and
That's why I hate her, because I fucking love her so much. I'm like, I want to be.
You realize how
I want
quick
to be mad at her, but I love her so much.
y'all, you realize how quick you guys got over everything. It was really quick, extremely quick.
Because like that's what I'm saying. Like we like that's mother my. Prior to that whole dice game, we were, of course, chilling indoors for a minute. So like prior to that, I'm chilling, chatting with her and shit. She was braiding Roland's hair. She was giving Roland his 2 little plaits to the back, and we back there talking and chilling. That's why I was kind of shocked when she nominated me, because it was like, well, girl, like we been in here, goddamn, with nothing to do. Why you ain't saying shit or whatever? And, like people look at that and. See the glass bread shit, which I'm not fucking talking about glass bread.
Okay.
Fucking over that shit. Well, people
the thing with being glass bread, I know you're not trying to talk about it, but what people don't realize, some people have already told me that it wasn't what we saw. They already talked to me about it. They told me that is not that's not what happened. They basically told me that he was jumping his butt off on his own, and they also told me that you had already had something going on. You had a breakdown of some kind before you even got in there. And I think that was you that told me about that prior. So it was like you had a lot of stuff going on. They had a lot of stuff. The way they edit things made things worse. To where,
Nah, just me. I just think, of course, I was pissed, like, prior to going into the game about my number or whatever. So, like, I was turning the fuck up and behind the scenes. Yeah. But I think, everybody's fucking scared and doing what they could do on the bridge or whatever. It is what it is with her.
That's the thing. From what I saw you jump.
No, I stand behind what I told Myra, like, and the biggest argument is like, oh, you gaslit Myra or whatever. But like, I didn't. And like, her perspective was just different from mine is all. That's what like I see looking on it now or whatever when, she's like, you didn't take your jump. And, I got to talk to my one-on-one to tell her that because I don't want her to ever think like I was like lying to her, gaslighting her. But this when she said, oh, you didn't take your jump. But then I look at her and I say, I did take my jump.
Yes.
Like, it's because I did take my jump and that's what I meant, right? But her perspective from when she says like, oh, you didn't take a jump, she was referring to like, oh, you didn't take like the 50-50 jump, like, oh, in front of Trey or whatever. And so, like, her perspective was like, oh, you were a team player because you didn't take that jump for Trey. Mm-hmm. And my perspective was like, girl, I was, I had to take a jump. Like, I took my jump. And so I was talking about my one jump that I was required to take.
Yeah. But, and the other thing is, my thing is this, though. Me personally, the way I looked at it is that you chose your direction, and that's what it was. Maya also chose her direction in a couple of things where she did a couple of things. Where she lied to, what's his name, about putting a box on somebody's desk and they didn't even know it. You know what I mean? Like, everybody played the game accordingly. And for what I was talking with the glass bridge is like, you did what you felt at that moment. And that's the thing. Like, people can't sit here and say that they would have necessarily done something different if it wasn't in the position that they were in. If they were in your same position, right? You did what you felt like you needed to do. Yeah. And the team, the funny thing is not just, people were not upset with you. Everybody wind up being okay with Ashley in the end. And that's the thing is like people who are watching this take so much emotion about you not doing something, but yet the people that were playing the game, they excused all of that. They get it. They got it. And so when you got into dice and when you got into dice, and it was I think it was just dice. When you got into dice and everybody's looking at why are you doing this? Maya was doing whatever she was doing. I feel as though that right there was enough. When it happened, it happened. Let's move on to the next part of it. But the thing was, I just don't feel as though people not giving you enough credit in regards to standing your ground in regards to your decision as you chose. That's my thing. And I don't feel that way. And then there's some edits that from my understanding where, was it Trey jumped and people were telling him, what are you doing? He kept jumping and jumping and jumping.
And that's what, I think it just goes back to like different perspectives and some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think, everybody just had different perspectives of what the fuck was supposed to be happening on the bridge or whatever. And so that came out there. And that's why I stand behind, like, the statement, like, oh, I took my jump because, I took my jump. But, like, the different perspective from, like, what Maya was talking about back then that I didn't understand. Like, I was like, what the hell is she talking about? Like, I took my jump. But her perspective was, like, you didn't take a jump in front of the track. And, I stand behind that. Like, I didn't feel the need to take a jump in front of the tray at that point or whatever.
You played your game accordingly.
Me and Trey wasn't on the same page. And, like, when he tell it and I tell it, you know what I'm saying? Like, we both tell it the same way. Like, motherfuckers was not on the same page, essentially. Like, we all got up there, with ideas of maybe what the fuck to do. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry, I don't know what I'd have done. All I know is that if I was in your placement, I ain't gonna lie.
Look, I took my jump. Yeah, I took my jump. Did I take a jump to save Trey? After he taking his jumps? No, I didn't take a jump to save Trey. But, like, also, I don't know what the fuck his perspective was. But my perspective was, I'm trying to make it across this bridge. And, people are asking, people comments about, like, oh, she wasn't a team player. At first, she didn't want to overjump Trey. But then she wanted people to overtake her. Well, fucking, of course, like, I don't know if y'all tuned in to Survivors or Real World or fucking Road Rules challenges, but motherfucker, like, why the fuck wouldn't I use the help from other people to get across the bridge when I got the number 5? Like, and that's why I know these are, like, kids saying this shit.
Yeah, and the crazy part is that they were okay with doing it. They were fine with it.
Because they wanted to make it across the bridge, too.
Yeah, they gotten over that. And that's the thing people not paying attention to is, like, you're sitting here criticizing her for a decision she chose. The decision was valid. I don't know if I would have. I don't know, y'all. Y'all might be pissed at me too, the same way, because the decision was yours to make. That was simple. Like you said, I didn't agree to this. Just like there was other people saying other things later on as the games went on. That was not my decision. Yeah. These decisions are not yours. You made a choice, and to me, I think you played the game according to your decision and the rest of what you thought was right at the moment. Now, everybody else doing whatever they were doing, that's what they were doing. And everybody else was okay with it because they went past you.
And, everybody tuned in the same show. You get what I'm saying? Everybody watched me talk hella shit throughout the whole show.
Yes.
Y'all think that suddenly I done got some truth about myself or some emotional intelligence to suddenly shut the fuck up and not speak up on my own behalf on the bridge. And so you think I'm just fucking standing there quiet as a mouse all of a sudden? It's just like, you gotta use your own brain. Goddamn, like, the reality shows can't hold your fucking hand and walk you to the goddamn, end of the fucking fairy tale. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and that doesn't make you a
you
bad
gotta have
person.
a little imagination of your own or whatever. And so, you know what I'm saying? Like, that, I don't blame the show. Like, it's entertaining. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You go onto any of these sites or any of these pages or anything that talks about Squid Games and you go into the comments, you will see my name and my number mentioned. I promise you. And so, that's why I'm not tripping.
That's the thing is, like, I appreciate you giving me that space or just giving me the conversation just now in regards to that. Simply because of the fact that I had my opinion, and my opinion is that you didn't do anything wrong. I don't
think anybody did anything wrong. I think everybody just kind of got on the bridge and was doing what worked for them and shit. And if some team player shit worked for you, that's what worked for you. Team player shit ain't work for me. Goddamn, you know what worked for me? Getting myself across the bridge. That worked for me.
And that's why you was top 5.
That's what for me. And that's why they mad.
Yeah, you was top 5.
And that's why they mad.
Because if you was actually doing it wrong, if you'd have been out, before that.
And that's why they mad. Like, people, and I love the shows where people were like, oh, you didn't win. But guess what, baby? You came to my page to come into me and get my attention. You know my name. You know who I am. You know my fucking face. I don't know you from a can of motherfucking paint.
Yes. So in actuality, I kind of won.
I'm the winner.
You're the winner.
I'm number one wherever I go.
Exactly.
I'm number one wherever I go, baby. Yes. But and that's the thing. Like, I'm happy. Like, I couldn't be happier for mine. Like, she a woman. Like, do y'all seen her backstory? Like, what she been through in life? Like, what the hell?
And that's the other
thing. This lady deserves it, and then some. She played one hell of a game. She's smart, strategic. Yes. She's calm. She patient. She played the social game all the way up. Like, she deserved she deserved that money through and through.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I agree. And the thing is,
I would be a hater
game.
to not say that.
My played her game too, because one minute she loved TJ, and the next minute she hated him. It was like that. So I love that about her.
She was just people out to see.
Yeah, and I love that about her.
People out to see.
Because she played.
Because I had to tell TJ that too, right before the show came out, because I didn't know what they would say. But I remember, like, in one of my one-on-one processing interviews, they asked me about TJ, and it probably was because my ass was saying some shit. But they asked me about TJ and about how I felt about TJ, and I remember I was saying, like, I didn't know if his kumbaya shit was real or not. And I remember, like, I did tell him that before the show came out. I was like, I did say this shit. Because I was like, I was trying to figure out, I didn't know if your whole let's fucking hold hands and fucking sing peaceful songs and shit was, like, real or, like, a put on and shit. Cause like I'm a Cancer, I immediately can like be in tune with some fake shit as soon as I feel it and make people like correct they fake shit if they approaching me on some fake shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I can make you correct like that approach or whatever. Like that's not what I'm gonna give, so don't give me that or whatever, cause I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Be 100.
And that's what I love about. That's what I really like about you. They're just so freaking honest about your own person, being who you are. And that's what I said before, but even with mine was who she was, and she played the game. She was the only one who played the game the way she played it. Didn't give a damn about what anybody else was thinking in regards to how she felt at moments. And she said whatever she wanted to say, how she wanted to say it. It was just in a different kind of a way. Yours is a little bit.
She have a little couth about it.
Exactly. Okay? That's the word. Yours is very different. You don't have the same couth, but it's the same thing on a different level.
Yeah. I get there, but if I was to lose against anybody, it would have been against her. Yeah. Like I would, hands down. Like I would be admitted to not be like she's one of the strongest competitors of the game. Mm-hmm. Definitely.
When you guys got on into the dice games and everything, you saw what happened. That's how you was like, man, this is just divine intervention. When you realize that you rolled the dice and the dice didn't hit the 6. And you was like, and you picked her.
I mean, I picked her anyway because it was just like she had already nominated me for a round. So I was like, I'm not nominating myself.
That's asking though. Listen.
Yeah, I was like, and I mean, and that was the thing too. Like, it was important to me to not put in the circle of trust. Mm-hmm. It was super important for me to not put my gift box on her debts.
Yeah, like though.
I needed her to know that like I didn't want no revenge from her, that I didn't feel any type of way. There wasn't like anything in my heart. I needed her to know that shit. Like, and so the best way for me to show her that was to not put the box on her desk. And then like, people argue, oh, you should put a box on her desk. She's smart as fuck. Like, I wouldn't even been able to, like, play the game with her and pretend, like, oh, it wasn't me. Like, who else in the room would have put the box on her desk?
Nobody.
Who else?
Nobody.
Exactly. Who else that was left would have put that damn box on my list? Nobody, like.
But y'all had already made up, so I thought that was a beautiful thing when I saw y'all made up and everything was fun and good to go.
Yeah.
But that's what I said about her playing her game.
Yeah. But that's why I needed to talk to her after the show came out. Because I still have not seen episode 69. Like, people fucked that up for me, so I have not watched it. Because I was on the plane when those episodes dropped.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so, like, when I came off the plane, like...
I think you should tell
I'm getting on social media, and it's like... Blah, 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 blah.
I think you need to watch every bit of everything.
I know. I've seen the finale.
This is like something that you experienced, and you know what happened. You know what nobody else can take that away from you.
Right.
And then if that's the situation, this is what made you who you are. The game, Ashley, what made you become that villain. People don't realize that you were still playing a part of a character because of the person that you needed to be in the game. Right? Like you turn on to be the person that I needed to be, but that's not your person every day. That's not who you are.
Right.
That's the thing. Like people don't realize. Like y'all, if you're in a game, $4.5 million changes characteristics of the people and make them do the things.
Dude, I was depressed this past year. Like I was depressed. Like, I do know like why. I came to an understanding of why food became a situation. It was kind of from being in the Squid Games, I will say, but like just they definitely fed us or whatever. But like also, it was like being on a strict diet essentially. Going towards $4 million is not going to be easy. It's not going to be boot. Girls or night camp.
Yeah.
But I remember, like, you know, just waking up, maybe your stomach growling and shit. And then waking up to your stomach growling.
So what you said earlier might not have been what you thought earlier then.
So I remember, like, when I first arrived home, I remember I ordered me a little Domino's pizza and just, like, every fucking other thing that was on the menu that I could order. And I just remember, like, just overeating all the time. Like, it became a normal thing for me to just eat until I was just full and sick. Like, but like, not on no, like, throw up shit. Just, like, just feeling sick. Like, you just got a tummy ache and shit.
I think probably a lot of people went through something very similar, where they basically ate whatever they needed to eat or wanted to eat at that time because they hadn't had it in weeks, and you was out there for a minute.
Yeah, I was out there for a minute, and I feel like I finally got a grasp on it. Like, I forgot when I, like, reached out to Studio Lambert. Like, I finally, like, I initially reached out to Felicia and Sam when I recognized, like, it was a problem. I was like, yeah, like, some shit is going on, and I need to communicate this to people I love.
So this is
I let
basically
them know, and they reached out to, like, the welfare team to, like, let them know, and welfare team followed.
And you know, the welfare team probably know to follow because you have such strength. You have such strength probably in and out of there like you were. And then they seeing how you are.
Well, yeah, of course, right? Like, we always say it be strong. Like,
We right all day.
right.
So when you got out of there, that was part of your growth. So you had to think, that was part of your healing. Do you feel like you grew from the games at all?
Yeah, of course. I definitely think, like, the games gave me, like, an extra layer of skin. And then, you know, like, I think the evidence shows in, like, my having to deal with, like, I feel like if it was, like, a normal person dealing with half of the shit that, like, I see or hear about me on the internet or some shit, motherfuckers will fold. But, like, I take this shit, like, chin up, like, dead ass, like, you know, I'll see comments and, you know, immediately block people, but, like, this shit does not move me at all.
Good. Because I'm gonna
Like, because, I don't know, like, I'm so grounded in myself and I'm so good with myself. Like, I'm like, these folks do not fucking know me at all. Like, especially, you know, when shit be from a fake page, it'd be like, oh, these the most hurt motherfuckers. Like, they know when they made a whole email and
like, thank
shit
you.
for me, yeah.
Thank you for
Yeah,
the
but,
attention that you're giving to me. But the thing about it, what I want to say is that, you know, with these people who out here think they know you and they really don't have a clue about who you are, that's the thing. You guys are too busy looking at energy based off of what you think you see on TV instead of you basing it off a person that if it was you. If it was you, on the other hand, of that conversation, calling her all these different names, saying how much of a bad person you was, ask yourself how you would feel about it. And if you could sit here and say that you don't think it would bother you, you're a lie. But at the same time, people like me, like my husband, we are some of those people where we've had trolls. I've been trolled plenty of times.
Right.
But guess what? They don't know. I don't do nothing but laugh at them.
Because
they
you know,
don't
these people
know
won't
me.
ever say these things to your face.
No, you don't know me. You don't pay one bill at my house.
Nope.
You don't.
And couldn't.
Yeah.
And couldn't.
You know, you don't walk in the same shoes. I don't wake up with you every morning. But know that there are people out there that do love and care for you regardless.
Right.
And you already know that.
Right.
So it's like one of those things where you can sit here and talk all that shit you want to. As a matter of fact, the more shit you talk, the more I'm going to keep flushing. I'm going to keep on deleting. The more I'm going to keep on blocking. Just because apparently you don't know no better.
I kind of like trolling the trolls because they really do be bothered. Like, if
Because you said something bad.
Nah. They love when you say something bad, but they be bothered. Like, if you delete they comment or some shit, they'll come back and be like, she really deleted comments or some shit. Like, they be so bothered by that, and they be like, well, yeah, this is my page. Knock the hell off. They be so hurt. Like, their feelings be really hurt or whatever. So I kind of like fucking with them doing that.
Good. Keep doing
Or,
it.
like,
Y'all keep putting that shit on the show. Keep deleting that shit. Matter of fact, I wish I could delete. Y'all had put some stuff on my little page.
all right, my favorite thing is if I like catch somebody that just like posted a rude comment and they say like, oh, comment just posted just now, and then you can immediately block their ass, like, because you know they dumbass sitting around.
People relate
Damn.
Yeah.
Like, nobody saw my comment.
Yes, we're laughing. It's funny. So you got on here and your growth. You feel as though by being on Squid Games, you basically had a lot of, it created a thicker skin for you. That thing, that's thicker skin that it's given to you. Do you feel like it's helping you like become a different person? Do you feel like it changed you at all when you, now with your thicker skin?
No, I feel like I've always had pretty thick skin.
You know?
I think I just got thicker skin when it comes to like internet shit, but also I think if I ain't have like shit going for myself already, or like a identity of like self, then like maybe I could like fold to like, you know, this superficial shit. But it's just like, you know, like I can get off the internet and like life is still going on, and like a bitch still get into the money, and like, you know, a bitch still, you know, living life.
We were just talking about this right before we started. She was telling me she was twerking on top of back in the day. What was he twerking on top of? Living life.
A little tuk in Thailand.
In Thailand.
Yeah.
Tell them like how you was traveling back and forth to China.
No, I was saying like if my parents would have known about having shit I was doing like in my 20s, like they would have definitely confiscated my passport.
Huh?
I was like all over the place. Like I've been living on and off in China since 2009. I speak Chinese. Okay, short John. But should Beijing Ronnie board out?
Let's go. I don't know what she just said, but it sounds.
I just said I'm from Beijing. If you don't know. But
this is the stuff that you didn't get to see this person that you're talking to right now. Yeah, this person with this life, this energy, this real being of who she is. And then
when did I go to Thailand? I went to Thailand my senior year of college. Like right before I graduated from college, I like finessed a little scholarship grant from my school. Shout out to Smith College. Like Smith College is a very rich school, and they have like hella money and endowment and shit, and just money to give away. So they flew me out to Thailand, and I like shadowed like a few doctors, and I stayed at a like elephant camp, and I met up with a bunch of foreigners there. I went solo. I went by myself, and I met up with other foreigners. We were all staying at like this little hostel thing, and I was going out with them. I still have like cool videos. I want to like unarchive like some shit from my base so people can like know me more. But hell yeah, like actually we like rented out. It was like me and like 6 foreigners or whatever. We all from different places, and we rented out this little tuk-tuk. Nobody spoke Thai or whatever. We all just knew how to say hello, sawadee ka and sawadee ka. But to negotiate our prices, we was like writing them prices, the numbers on the window, the dirty window and shit, with the guy, and he like drove us like it was like 4 hours to this small island in Thailand called Pai. If you've been to Thailand and you on some hippie shit, you know about Pai, cause that's like the place that everybody who's like cool and like on some hippie vibes, they try to get to Pai cause it's cool as fuck. We went to Pai. We stayed in like this little hostel that had like 20 different beds and different rooms in it, and we was like up all night, and we was just like. We went to like this waterfall rock thing. Like it's just living life in our 20s. And like I remember we was on the highway and we climbed on top of the roof and shit. Like, and you know, when I think about having shit that I used to do when I was in my 20s, I know for a fact my parents wouldn't have like let me use my passport, Lord. Like,
but this is the thing. What I really, the reason why I really want you to bring that up is because honestly, you're doing things that people in their 40s have not done, and their 30s have not done.
Oh, you have?
Yes. There's people who have never used a passport, and a whole bunch of them trolls. Guarantee you, they ain't done none of that. Yeah, I know for a fact because you have.
Have you heard of the Kendra G show?
No.
It's this radio host. Her name is Kendra G, and she does this singles live thing. What time is it?
I don't know.
What time is it?
8:28.
Yeah, she's probably on right now. She does this like singles live thing, and people will like come up on the show, introduce themselves and shit like that. And a lot of the women that be on there be like, you know, for the requirements for the man, they be like, he needs to have a passport and just stupid ass shit. And I laugh every time I hear a woman say that, because my man got a passport because I got him a passport. You know what I'm saying? And imagine like if I was superficial as hell like that, like my man need to have a passport. Like, bitch, you can apply for a passport and get your man a passport. But like if you with a man like that has potential and shit like that, you can like build him up to whatever fuck you want him to be.
I know.
Feel me?
I know. That's right over there.
If you motivate a man, goddamn, he gonna goddamn believe in himself even more. Keep motivating. Goddamn, make that nigga feel like Superman. Goddamn, he's gonna go harder for you.
Let me tell you that one over there. I couldn't even pay for McDonald's, girl, at one point. In time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey. Okay.
Jacko.
Okay.
But look at us now.
Okay. By the way, with this fat ass house, okay. There's a Christmas tree on every floor.
Except for this one. I was speaking of which. But you, okay, now we get back to this story about you. But I only wanted you to do that because I really wanted to show the comparison in regards to the fact that you've been living and you lived. Okay? And for those people who are commenting and doing all that crappy stuff that they doing and talking all that shit that they don't even know nothing about, have you ever been to China? Have you been to Thailand? Probably not. And because of that says more about you than anything.
I mean, we already know where they mad or whatever, you know.
They got more to be mad at now.
Yeah.
Now, question for me. Was there anybody on there that was an inspiration for you? Or you were an inspiration? Or do you feel as though you become an inspiration for others?
I would say like everybody. Because you got to like know everybody and like what the fuck they were doing. Or, you know, people would be fascinated with me like towards the end, I think we was in the final 9, and I was sitting around. It was the day that I nominated me, but we were like sitting around chatting, and everybody was talking about like what they do. And I remember saying like, "Oh, I'm legal investigator," and I also mentioned my son, and everybody was like, "Oh, you're a legal investigator," and like everyone was like, "Oh, you have a kid?" And I remember the producer saying, did you notice you hadn't like disclosed any information about you to anybody in here?" And I was like, no, I did not recognize that, because everybody was sharing everything about themselves. Like, I knew about everybody, but I did not recognize that. Like, I did not tell anybody anything about me or whatever. I forgot what the fucking original question was.
Inspiration.
Oh,
Are you an inspiration?
yeah, I feel like everybody was an inspiration or whatever, because you get to like know everybody's background or some cool shit they did, or goddamn, there was a couple of fucking millionaires up in there already. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, I'm glad Brad shut the fuck up, because they voted Mr. Doctor guy up out of there ASAP. That doctor guy, he was walking around there bragging about him being a millionaire.
You should do that.
They fucking voted his ass out at that little number telephone machine thing that we was in line. They wanted him up out of there because, like, they did not like he was a millionaire. Like, you know, because
I need the money.
Yeah, my homie Dash, his fucking ass is a millionaire. You know, the little redhead tweet. Hell yeah. And it goes to show, because he been having so much content. He been having these photo shoots. He like sitting on a cookie, like high quality. He been putting out like shit.
Have that business page.
But yeah,
go back over.
like his ass don't work. He just be fucking running around New York City, just fucking
having a good time living.
Yes. And I think, and this is so crazy, it be the richest motherfuckers that be the cheapest. Because when I was in New York, when I was in fucking New York, he came to the hotel to chill with me. Why he kept putting shit on my tab, like at the bar? Yes. Like, was like, oh, put it on her tab. I'm like, you the fucking rich bitch. Like, what the fucking, yeah, like, what the fuck? He was like, Netflix is paying for this. I'm like, yo ass rich as hell. But yes,
but you realize the people that you're connecting yourself with, thank you. All swim together, and do you realize?
Well, everybody needs to get a pot and put it in the pot, and
you do realize
get an Ashley fucking starter pot.
You do realize, Ashley, but you're going to probably be the next one.
You know, I don't know, man. The way that I got this villain role on my back.
The villain role is actually really big. I mean, if they give a chance to really meet you, and that's the thing, though. The villain role was a character. She was still a character.
Yes, it's cool, but I'm not even gonna lie, it's pissing me off. It's pissing me off. Because I know, like, you know, followers and stuff like that isn't everything. Yeah. But, like, you know, when I compare myself to, like, other castmates, they have all these followers, and I'll be having more views on my shit than them. Yeah. But because people want to be on the hate Ashley train, then, like, I don't get shown the same love. And it's, like, it's frustrating. Because, like, you know, for me and Felicia, those could have been moments. And those could have been money-making moments. Because, like, fuck that. Like, I'm a single mom at the end of the day. Well, not anymore. But, yeah, you know.
But that's the thing, though. You can change that. Right, you realize you can change the whole dynamic. You can change.
And that's the thing. I don't know how to. Like, everybody has like access, and a lot of these people like already was influencers, and people have like access, and like I'm like new to this world, and like also like I'm seeing like hearing them. I'm already getting fucked over. Like you know
Yeah,
what
but
I'm
this is a deal. What I'm saying is like you can change the narrative yourself. Like literally, you can change your narrative in regards to what it is you desire for them to understand, who you desire for them to see.
saying? Right.
We speak on different things on your. You say you just on the live earlier today. Start speaking on things that matter to you, and you start speaking on things that matter to you. Believe me, people gonna man. Shit, think about Cardi B. Cardi needs to get. She
I
needs to
remember
get
I used to be
trolled
on her
and
live.
trashed all the time.
I used to be on her
and
live.
then look at her now. Those same people who hated her made her greater.
Right.
The same thing with you. Sometimes the more hate that we have, the better we're going to become.
Right.
When I was growing up, I used to get hated on all the time. Not understanding that, understood what I understood now. I'm knocking things out the park, and people are looking at me. You know, but the hate honestly should allow for that pain to create more of a growth for yourself. But you have to learn how to control the narrative. Meaning, like, what things matter to Ashley. Post more about that.
Right.
If your son is what matters the most for you, post about that. If your relationship, you're through these things.
And that's the thing. That was the avenue I was gonna go down because I do like cool Montessori activities with him and things like that. But like, I don't even want to share him with these folks no more because like the fucking internet is crazy.
And you just
Like, do you know that they was posting like a picture of my home and my address online? Like,
yeah, that is crazy.
I had to be on the phone with like Netflix security. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that shit unheard of.
That is. I mean, they do the same things with others. They do with celebrities.
Right.
They do it.
And that's the thing. It's like, because I'm not a celebrity. So it's like, leave me the fuck alone.
But you are a celebrity.
How? You know what I'm saying? It's like, y'all don't want to follow me. Y'all don't want to show me love. So then don't.
But you know what? Start making money.
like a friend
As a matter of fact,
celebrity.
start making money off your views. You know how to do that?
No.
Okay. That's what they need to be talked to about. Like, you need to start making money off your views. If they're going to come watch your shit, make money from it.
Yeah, like I have like 100K something views on my TikTok. And then like I'll go on other castmates pages and they'll have way more followers than me and not even half the
Followers
fucking
don't
amount
make
of
the
views.
money. Followers
Yeah.
don't make the money the views do.
Right.
So if you got your 10K followers and you got your 100K, that's money to be
Yes,
made.
like I have like over 100K views on original videos that like I posted. Only on TikTok, only like 1,600 have followed me. 100K views. That's crazy.
That's money there. You just got to get that 10K up to get the
But
followers.
isn't that crazy? Like they like purposely not following me, but people like so they do this thing on TikTok that I noticed. They save my videos so they can come. They favorite them so they can come back to my page and not have to follow
that
me.
right there is basically
Like
that's good stuff.
I don't even have my phone, but I wish you could see on TikTok how many fucking views I have. It's crazy, and it's like the followers don't even like match that. And it's like y'all ass like they be tuned into my fucking lives, and it's like y'all hate me so much, huh?
Which allows you to.
Just like one something right now, but like y'all hate me so much.
You say one something.
I just started going. I've been live on TikTok twice. Today it was like 130 people on there today.
That's good.
Yeah, today was my second time being on live.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Just start talking about Ashley who she is.
Yeah.
Talk about what you do, what you done, your life, and get them to know you.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing, they don't know you. And a lot of times, because people don't know a person, they only can go off what they understand and what they see.
Yeah, I went live twice so far, like 15 minutes each or whatever.
And people still stayed on there.
Yeah, like people stay on there the whole fucking time.
Yeah, the whole time.
Yeah. And like, people can talk shit about my merch, but people been buying my fucking merch. Like, people be buying my merch and sending me pictures.
I love it.
Yeah, like, I just put my simple ass face on here. I ain't do nothing fancy. And people buy my merch. And then, like, yesterday I did, like, my first special guest event with Davey. Mm-hmm. And it was cool as hell, like, to meet people that was, like, there specifically to see me. Mm-hmm. Like, I met this cool-ass young couple. I was like, oh, y'all Survivor fans. They was like, no, we came here to see you. Then I met this older lady. Shout out to Christian Combs or whatever. I wonder if she related to Dean. I don't know. She's kind of rich.
Yeah. This one says, what's that thing called when you in the circle, you surround yourself with the circle, Brad? What is it? You surround yourself with the individuals that you want to be like. Isn't that what it is?
Your network is your net worth.
Yes. So right now you're creating your network.
I know, but like, it's crazy because like, that social game sucks for me because like my energy screams extrovert, but like I'm really like introvert. I don't answer the phone. I don't be texting back.
That's stuff you have to change, especially being an online internet celebrity. You are.
And I'm not making no fucking stupid ass, funky ass TikTok videos dancing and shit.
Don't have to do none of that. Apparently, get under views and the stage and everything else, forward side and all that.
You have to go on my TikTok and see this shit. It's ridiculous.
I believe it.
Like the views don't match the follows. It's crazy.
That lets you know.
Or even the comments.
Yeah.
I get more comments under my videos than they will follow me. Like they dead ass on strike from following.
It's okay.
But
It'll
Felicia,
change.
like Felicia told me, they got Reddit pages on me. Like they talk about me on Reddit. She called me earlier, FaceTimed me earlier, and was like she has some Reddit alert, and she's like 90% of the time, like she gets alert. It's a new post about me, or they screenshotted some shit I posted to post and talk about me, and I'm like, or you go on any of these pages, they're fucking talking about me, and like these people
Change the narrative.
y'all. I don't know. It's kind of scary because it's like motherfuckers is obsessed. See?
They are, and that's the thing. You change the narrative, though. You can change the narrative. That means you're taking self-confidence within who you are.
But it makes you mad because it's like it makes you feel like, hey, get to the bag.
But you can't feel like that. And like I said, they're giving you the bag. They're helping you out with the bag already.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of how you do what you need to get done.
Right.
To change the narrative. Change your narrative. You are a beautiful person. You have a characteristic about yourself. One of the things that make me more interested in you because you're so freaking honest, and you basically remind me of myself with the way I am with the
Watch when y'all post this video. People gonna watch the fucking video,
and that's perfect. We want them to.
But most of the people who are gonna fucking watch the video are people who claim to fucking hate me. That's gonna be and they're gonna watch the whole shit.
And that's perfectly fine. What I said. As a matter of fact, they should have had your ass on here a long time ago. Is that the case? But no, actually, it's like what people don't realize is that you are a good person, and they're too busy in their heads trying to create a person that ain't real, based off a television show.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. You change the narrative. Right. You change your perspective in regards to what you want them to see of you, even though they've already seen what they needed to see. But you still change your narrative. If you don't want to put your baby on, don't put him on. Talk about your adventures. Like you said, you're going to open up some things. Let people see your adventures back in the day from when you was 20 years old. Do that. Mm-hmm. The thing is this whole thing that we did right here today, right now, is for people to know you. That was part of it. That's the stuff you're going to have to start doing, is doing this for you. You're welcome. Because it's like, you are a person I love it. I personally love it. My opinion may not matter much to many, but I'm a great judging character. And I've watched her when she walked in here and gave a hug. And the other times that I've met you, you've always been so you. Nothing different. I'm not getting anything different. I'm not getting anything like fake. And that's what I love about you. Sometimes people like real fake people and they can't handle the realness. You know what I mean? Like the realness is something people don't want to have. They don't want to look at it. They don't want to talk about the realness. But hey, it is what it is.
Right.
Be you. So anyway, Ashley, we're about to shut it down. So let me say this. Most of the time when we shut it down, we die on here. Okay?
We what?
We die, girl, we get eliminated. Oh. We didn't get eliminated, so you got eliminated, but you didn't get through your elimination.
I didn't get to do long. Let me say, this is mine. I always go first. Pink go next.
Oh, go ahead. That's it. Y'all see how she got eliminated with class. I love it.
I did not get to get like my shit popped though. I did want to know what that felt like.
That's what I said.
Did you feel that?
Mm-hmm. Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. Did it hurt?
No.
Oh, okay.
Ashley, when you who was the Ashley going in when you first went into Squid Games? And who's the Ashley that just came out?
Can you talk about that for me real quick? I think the same Ashley went in that came out.
I don't think so.
I think so. Because I didn't go in with any expectations and I didn't come out with any expectations. Just left with like a new bestie and like, you know, cooler experience.
You've already
maybe like a thicker skin.
Exactly. So the person did go in without as much of the
I already
thicker
had
skin.
thick skin.
And then the person came back out with a thicker skin. Yeah, for the trolls. That's what we're gonna say.
Not for the trolls, for myself. Fuck these trolls.
Let's go. Y'all heard it.
I can have that energy. They can't have mine.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Good.
Yeah, I can move them. They can't move.
Yeah, absolutely.
I definitely moved them though. They'd be like, I cheered when you got out. It'd be like, okay, well at least you cheered for something that had to do with me, baby.
You know, I feel like this is my thing. Honestly, let me say this. Let me say that. I don't know if you might not like what I'm about to say. But you think about it. When Donald Trump won, that he was the most talked about individual. People did not like him. But one thing about it, the universe doesn't understand the word dislike or like. So the more he was talked about, the more powerful he became, the more he became, and the reason why he won.
Yep. He started. Look,
The same thing is what I'm saying.
Everybody hate my love for Trump, but
See.
but look, he started his whole election shit off as a joke.
As a joke, yes.
And he like did it as a parody type thing, and then he like really fucking did it.
Yeah. And that's what I'm getting at with you.
Yeah.
All this hate, the universe doesn't know. They just know that you're constantly being talked about. So guess what? Let the talk continue, because something great can come from this if you allow it to.
Yeah.
Something great can, and you just got to know it.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
You have to know it before anybody else does. What they're doing is promoting you.
Right.
Whether good or bad,
Right.
they're promoting Ashley as Ashley. Ashley's name is coming out. You know exactly which one we're talking about. Ashley, the one that was on Squid Games, all these episodes, the one that was number 5, whatever. We know. It doesn't matter good or bad. The fact is they're conversating about you.
Right.
Let them keep talking.
Right.
Because you're going to shine just like he did.
Thank you.
Just like he did. You see, you got love for him. That's even more interesting. You see, you got love for Trump. You got something like that, man.
That's a different conversation.
That's what I'm getting at. It's like just knowing that was part of, he did his thing. And that's why I said, I don't know if people going to like that, but the universe doesn't care. Whether it's good or bad, it's for you. Mm-hmm. You're right.
Thank you.
Well, I guess y'all about to sign up out of here. This has been Tronda Talks. Grow Hill Inspire. All things food related. Ashley, I got to say thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me. Yes, it's been Player 278. Chilling, Tronda Talks. Had a cool time. Tune in.
Bye-bye.